Testing our stream. Do we have audio yet? Checking levels. Checking levels.
Testing our stream.
Yes, we have levels. Okay, let's go.
Checking levels.
Turn this down. And good morning. It's 7 a.m.-ish. 7:01 a.m. here in New Hampshire. There's about 40 minutes north of Boston. Nasty, dreary, rainy day, but we need the rain. This might be good for leaves. It's still kind of dark out. Oh well. But let's see. Today I'm thinking about doing 3 streams instead of just the one normal morning stream. And this, I'll try to keep this pretty focused. Wouldn't want to see what it's like to do 3 different projects 15 minutes at a time in a row and to see if that's actually sustainable. I suspect it's not, but I'm also getting a little bit bored of doing this one nerd JavaScript project for the magazine. So today I'm going to push a little bit on it, and then I want to try doing something that's new and scary, which for me is the music composition project, which is I don't know. I'll talk about that when I start the other one. I'm not sure what the 3rd stream will be. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll have to figure it out. But let's just get started on this one. Why don't we? Let's see. Let me switch to my desktop. Let me open up my Quiver notebook, which is already open. Great. I guess I didn't shut my computer down last night. And let's start, let's review where we left off. I have some notes from the other day. I didn't write down what we did Sunday. Sunday was, yesterday was I went for like 90 minutes. 90 minutes, almost getting Gulp+Metalsmith watch plus rebuild plus live reload. Live reload is not working. So you know what? Monday we're gonna tackle that. Monday is September 19th. We don't need that anymore. We're going to debug the live reload. Okay. Let's just go. Boom! Happy Talk Like a Pirate Day. Arr. Not good at talking like a pirate. What do pirates even sound like? Wish I had some pirate music. I'm already distracting myself. Alright, let's load up a terminal window. Boom. There's a terminal window. Let me move it off the screen over to this side here. Let me size it to the correct size, which is that size. Let me cd to my web directory to nerd-metal. Go to the build directory on Gulp, which is what we're switching to from the straightforward Metalsmith build. Using Gulp now, loading Metalsmith via a plugin called Gulp+Metalsmith. The advantage of that is I think the live reloading is supposed to work better. Right now I'm finding that using the straight Metalsmith build process, there seems to be a bug in the way they handle collections, or a bug in one of the plugins, and it's, I think by using Gulp to do the watching rather than relying on Metalsmith to do it, you might work around it, but neither solution is particularly ideal. With a few second thoughts about Metalsmith. I love the idea of it, but the implementation may be a little bit on the not supported side of things. But that said, if I can get it to work, I'll have learned a lot about JavaScript development. So let me pull up another browser window here, and let me go to, according to this, it's saying I can go to port 3000. Let me change this from port 3000 to port 9000. What's the wrong project? What's the wrong button? Nerd. We're going to one of these. It's not build. It's not that. Gulp file. Somewhere there's a port. Let's make the port 9000. Let's rerun this. And looks like defensive coding has come in handy. It's localhost port 9000. Boom. Okay, so that's actually kind of working. Now, if you watch the terminal window in the lower left, if I save an article, or let's see, list of articles, booyah. Look at the layout. Down here there's a footer. Let's have a CSS file someplace, or assets. This is doc root, good. CSS. I don't see the doc root. Oh, there's. Actually, I don't want doc root. I want doc root sources. I should really rename that. Doc root source. Assets CSS. Let me see the footer. Heading top. One was the margin. Margin top 1M. So I saved it. That should have caught their live reload and reloaded it. But it looks like it didn't. So I guess I don't have this working. That was supposed to rebuild everything. But it did not. Alright, I guess we're going to have to go back to this. So this port, that's executing. Oh, I saved the. I guess the index file is not being watched, so maybe that's why. But if I change this, it should reload it. Yeah, it reloads it there. You can see it happening. So I need to work on the watch pattern, but let's just get this to work. Let's go to pizza. What's this article called? Articles / pizza making. Okay, so that if I that did it, but it's not doing their live reload. I can see it's changed, but it hasn't done that. And I have some theories on why that is. One theory is that I'm not using the live reload port. Another theory is that live reload script itself isn't loading. Let's check that. Do I see live reload? There it is. HTML script type chip does it blah blah local live reload JS. And let's make sure there's no errors in this too. Pull the JavaScript console. So you run this. I don't see any errors. I don't know if it's even running. Is there a way I can put live reload into... What does the live reload script even do? Boop, boop. It is loading it at a 35729, and according to this it's 35729. That's the default one. It could be that. Let's just see. I'm telling it to listen to mconfig live reload port, which should be set. Live reload port, live reload port. Appropriate. It's outputting what it thinks it is. Should be listening. What is it listening to? How does live reload work? Live reload listen. I think it tells it listen is for it to like open a port. Okay, it's listening for browser. No. Browser should be listening to this port. Why is this called listen instead of called serve? No, I guess it is kind of technically listening. And over here, we're supposed to see something happen. During build, we're supposed to see this function execute. Tell that File name changed. File name. That's just maybe the file name itself is not correct. Let's run gulp again. So I've changed the script. If I save not any of these, let me close all this crap. I don't think I need this anymore. If I save it, you can see it reloads. It's executing the function pizza. File name changed, so I suspect that's setting articles pizza MD. I wonder if that's not the right path. I wonder if it needs to give it a complete path for it to match. Let me switch to another project and just see how. Let me just patch this one so the live reload actually works on that one. So that would be cd dev. What is this? Play, build. Better yet, I should use 1401. Dev 1401 A1 C build. That's my open source video game shell learning web application programming project. And I'm even already in here. Live reload. So this is basically the same code I had. So notify live reload, it's producing this file name. And what I want to see, change. I want to see if there's any additional path crap that's in there. Because it is computing this differently. Cancel, oops, that's in the wrong place. It should be up here. So if I'm running this, gulp, should be, this is running from a different port. It's running out of 3000. And we run demo. Let me save this WebRTC file. And it's saying changed file name. It's grabbing this entire thing. And then a reload is executing from where? What's it saying? It's saying reload there. So I guess I already had that code in there. So it's a relative path to what? Live reload is in server. So it goes up one, then gets the assets modules. So it's providing what? The actual path? In this change thing, this is actually telling it what's changed. It's saying body, files, file name. Okay. Let's go back to our nerd project and see what we're doing here. Where was it? It was tiny lr changed body, files, file name. But our file names look different. So here's an example of that. This is relative to server script. And somehow it figures it out. And then mine is actually producing something that looks like articles. Oh, is it not actually telling it what the file is? I wonder if live reload doesn't work with directories, but only with files. That might be interesting. Okay. So let's go back here. CD, let's go back to our web directory. nerd, metal, build, gulp. Let's go to port 9,000. 9,000. Oh, my CSS isn't working. Yeah. Articles, pizza making. So this is what's being served, but actually the file that's being served is not this. It's actually the index file because of the way the collections are working. That's what's changed. But actually what we want is not that. We want the HTML file. How am I going to do that? I think that's what's happening. Well, let's just for the hell of it, let's actually to confirm this. Let me just insert the file manually. So the files that should be articles, pizza making. Let's see if that works. So if I save this, so I'm not seeing anything happening, or am I? Nope, but I'm saving it. It's triggering the run, but it's not finding that file. But it's possible because it's actually articles pizza making index HTML. I think that's right. Articles pizza making index HTML. So now we're loading it directly. Nope, that's still not triggering live reload. In fact, it's not triggering anything. Oops. No, because did I take out the console log? It did. Oops. Yeah. Changed. No, it's saying changed file name. Pizza MD. Till that file name changed. Actually, this isn't running. Nope, it is. So it says it changed file article pizza MD, rebuilt everything. Tell that file name changed art. This is not running the same script. It's not really the changed version. Building document source blah. So there's inspiration 1. If I change this to this, save it. Save it. Oh, there's the time. Should I go another 15 minutes or should I stop here? Okay, let me just close this off. So I'm just seeing if I can try to get this thing to actually load. So articles, pizza making, index HTML didn't work. Let me see if it's index articles, pizza making, index HTML. It is index HTML. Try to tell it that this file changed. I put a leading slash in front of it. I'm just hard coding it to see if I can get this thing to recognize anything at all. Because it's not being very... Fadanga has debugged the script directly. So right now, if I save this is triggering this whole process here. I'm not seeing TinyLR do jack. I'm questioning if it even works. What am I loading for TinyLR? It's required TinyLR that. We'll do this. Console log JSON stringify tiny or object keys tiny LR. What I just want to do is like see what's in that object. It should execute and clean. So here's the what it thinks all the things are. So there's a property called domain, something called events, something called events count, something called max listeners, something called clients, something called server. These are properties. Domain, max listeners, event count, client server. Is this a different implementation, maybe? Well, I'm not sure if it's grabbing any other functions. So if I am calling tinylr, unless tinylr itself is a function. Let's see. But the way that you use it here is this is establishing, I think, a. No, it's not. I was going to say I thought it was an event handler, but it's actually doing something different. I think this is actually emits an event. But how does it know? tinylr is. I don't see anything called changed, but you would think that it would like throw an error or something like that. Let's see what happens if let me deliberately introduce an error, like change the. That should crash it. So if I save this now, that should crash the server. Good. So it does say there's not a function called changed. So I guess my properties thing is not going to work. There's another way of pulling the keys out. How did I do that before? So that works. What's it called? Is it called object? I'm looking up on this monitor up here. JavaScript object keys. I know there's a different one. Object keys is relatively new. Object get home properties, get property names. Nope. Get prototype of. Oh, that was probably what I want to do. Because I think functions would be defined on the prototype. Let's try that again, and if that doesn't work, we'll table this, oops, and ponder it later. Cannot convert undefined. How do we get access to the prototype? I thought it was just like this, object prototype. JSON should stringify this. It's strange it didn't actually do anything. Or did it? Nope. Oh, because I'm stringifying object. Duh. tinylr. This is not going to show me the prototypes, though. I actually need to walk through the prototype. It's not doing anything, though. Oh, there it is. How did I used to walk over this before? So this is the entire tinylr object itself. Server, domain events, connections, null, slave, pose, timeout, pending response, data, livereload, set to nerd middle, node modules, livereload, dists, livereload.js, 3527729. Oh, another possibility is the way that I'm including the script. Maybe I need to specify the port itself. That would be my layout jade. Yeah, it's actually, I don't think, I might not, nope, that's localhost 3527. Oops, that's not what I want to do. Using live reload script tag. How do I edit manually? It looks like live, so you specify the port, live reload GS. What's this snip ver thing? Oh, that's important. I'd be mad if that was the only thing it needed. It's running that. Saving my pizza file. Let's see here, that's saving. Did a bunch of stuff. Saving. It's not live reloading. The only thing I can think of now is, I mean, what if does live reload? So I'm gonna look at the live reload code itself. I'm suspecting either missing the initialization. I mean, this is loading the script itself. So I'm not configuring live reload correctly. We're not firing the notify correctly. If I go to stupid lag. When my notify live reload, changed file name, is it possible that it's rewriting it? Maybe what I need to do is, looking at the script here, maybe we have to just modify it for a bit. But we'll do that tomorrow, why don't we? Alright. Tried to verify that live reload is even working on the browser side. It seems to load, but it's obtuse and doesn't reveal if it's doing anything at all. Connecting to server or whatever. There must be a live reload debug mode. Live reload JS. Maybe this way when Switch is using browser sync now. Live reload sucks. It seems a little harsh though. You can live reload with Gulp. Scan, 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 so... No. I should look it over this side. I'm looking at scotch.io. Tutorials, a quick guide to using live reload with Gulp. Scroll, scan, scan, scan. So I'm trying to run the script version, not the plugin version. Combo, so this is actually, let's see, auto prefix, pipe plugins live reload. Put plugins listed at the top of the watch task. Where's the watch task? It's not there. This is, again, where's the context of what's happening? build CSS, pipe, cascade. Where's the watch? There is no watch here. Oh, here, watch. So it's watching all these things and doing different stuff. Why is it doing that? Yeah. You do it before your live reload call? There's a live reload plugin. Why am you loading it as a module? Okay. We will look at this tomorrow. Try this other approach. It's bothering me not knowing how to debug that other thing. Alright, so okay, that's gonna wrap up today's push on this 7:32. Maybe it went a little over on this, but on schedule. I'll come back with the next music stream probably at 8 a.m. because I'm gonna need a setup. That's gonna be scary. I'm a little bit nervous about this. Did a dry run with my friend Carl on Saturday. He's an actual composer, and he's kind of curious, I think, to see what I do with this. I had described it before as an outsider musician project because I don't know how to music, and I don't want to conform to someone else's notion of what music education was, having gone through that as a kid. So I thought, what if can I hack my way through it? The way I hacked my way into computers, learning to type by typing one word over and over again really fast. I don't know how it's going to work. So anyway, that's the stream for now. I'm going to shut this thing off, and I'll be back at about 8 o'clock, about 30 minutes from now. Have a good day.